In this video, we will see what are the differences between the constant and variable which are used in each and every programming language. If you are a beginner, you may get confused between the constant and variable. So let's clear the difference over here. Starting with the very fundamentals which you have learned in your elementary classes, where you are asked to find the perimeter of a square with the following sides, where the teacher give you the side of a square and you have to find the perimeter. So let's see, I have taken two sides over here, which is 5 centimeter and 10 centimeter, and the formula to calculate the perimeter of a square is 4 multiplied by side. So 4 multiplied by 5 gives you 20 centimeter and 4 multiplied by 10 gives you 40 centimeter. So while looking at this calculation, can you tell me what is changing inside this formula? Which value is changing? Is 4 changing or side is changing? I think 4 is over here also and 4 is over here also. So what is changing? The side, which is 5 and 10. So the value which is changing is known as a variable. Variable is extracted from the word vary. Vary means change. So whatever is changing during the calculation is a variable. Let's clarify this more. Now in computer programming, we use the constant variable as I told you before. So in maths, we write the formula like this. Perimeter is equal to 4 multiplied by side. But in computer, we will write it as like this. P equals to 4 into side. So over here, P and side, as I told you, the perimeter you can see is changing. It was 20 and 40 centimeter, and side was also changing, which was 5 and 10. So P, the perimeter and the side, these are the variables which keep on changing. Only 4 is not changing because that is constant, because the square has 4 sides, so it will remain fixed. Now let's take another example where I have to find the area of a circle with different radii. Now the formula for finding the area of a circle is pi multiplied by radius multiplied by radius, or pi r square. So over here the value of pi is 3.14, which will remain same in each and every case, right? So if I am asked to find the area of a circle where the radius is 5 centimeter, the calculation will goes like 3.14 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. Let's see how much it does calculate. 3.14 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5 equals to 78.5. So let's write it over here. And next is 10 centimeter. The radius is 10 centimeter. So 3.14 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 10 will give you 314. And you will write centimeter square. Square unit you can write. Centimeter square. So over here as well, you can see that the area has changed. When the radius was 5, the area was 78.5. When the radius was 10, it was 314 square unit. Similarly, as per your radius, the area of the circle is changing. But what is not changing here? Can you tell me? Yes, you are right. It's 3.14, which is not changing in each and every calculation. So with this, you can understand that radius and area, they are changing, so they are variables, and whatever is not changing is a constant. Constant means fixed. It will not change during program execution. So these are the two things that we need in our program. I think it has cleared to you what is a constant and what is a variable. Now let's see how we can how these are stored in our computer memory. So for example, if you make a program in Python where you are finding the area or perimeter of a square, So that program gets stored in the way you store it. You go to file save as and you store it in your hard drive, right? Maybe on the desktop, maybe in the folder of a particular drive. So that gets stored in secondary memory. That is known as your hard drive is known as secondary storage or secondary memory. From there, when you execute it, that particular program gets loaded into the primary memory, or you can say RAM. So whatever is going on your system is loaded into RAM first. So that's why if RAM capacity is more, your computer works accordingly. If you have good RAM, the computer will work faster. That's why when you're purchasing, when you're going for choosing a laptop or a system, you look for RAM configuration as well. So that is more important. So your program gets loaded into RAM. So now let's see, which is also known as main memory. Let's consider this thing as this is RAM. This building, consider RAM as a building where the building has room. Now your variable and constant get stored over here. For example, a particular room is assigned to a particular variable. Let's see, like when I'm finding the perimeter, one of the side is gets assigned over here in this room. So this way you can consider this thing that now when you store the particular variable in a particular room or in a particular location in memory, how does it get stored? Now this let's see, if I am taking one variable, which is where I am finding the perimeter of a square. Let's see, this is the side. Let's consider this as side. Now it gets stored in a particular room. So let's say the address of that room is this. Now it is very difficult for you to learn this because it's keep on changing. It's very lengthy and it's random. It doesn't have any pattern so that you can remember it. But the value which you assign, I have taken 5, so let's see, the value was 5 right now, but I can't remember this address. So what to do? For this I give it a proper name, a nickname you can say. For example, if the name of a person is very lengthy, what you will do, you can give it, you keep it short and give him a pet name or nickname. So that nickname is known as the identifier, right? So with which you can identify that particular variable. So this is now the identifier for this program. This program is side. Identifier for this program is radius and area. Similarly over here it is P and side. So identifier, when you give the name to identifier, there are certain rules you have to keep in mind. The very first rule is identifier must start with an alphabet. It should never start with a number, though you can include the number at the end. Then special symbols are not allowed, like asterisk or greater than sign, though you can use underscore. And let's see, if I store two values, so this is how it can be get stored. So I think this is clear to you how the variables get stored in the computer memory and how are they being identified. When you give it a name, it is known as giving a name to an identifier. So over here, as per the program, the identifier for finding the perimeter could be P and side, and for the area it could be I area and R. And pi is the constant which also gets stored somewhere in the memory. So it can be like this one is given the name y pi, and it has fixed value which will not change. So constant remains same, but the variable keeps on changing the value. Again, for simplification, I'm telling you variable is extracted from the word vary, so it keeps on changing, and constant means fixed. It won't change during program execution. For more about Python, how to take input from the user, how to do the arithmetic operations on them. And then further we have conditional statements like if else, if elif else. I have uploaded the videos, you can watch them. I will give you the link in the description, you can check out them. Bye for now, but keep sharing, keep learning, keep exploring, and subscribe.